So, New Delhi it is, and we'll get you some perspective on this city's realty prices. Well, we all know how real estate in Delhi is perhaps only meant for the privileged or the rich to enjoy, or if you're lucky and have got one in a will, somebody in your family has made a smart investment decision and bought here at the right price, then of course you own a property here. All of those who did own a property here or do own a property here, what really happened 2006 to 7 to about 2012, it was a price bonanza. Prices went up only in one direction, which was up. Not so anymore. The posh markets of New Delhi have crashed, and crashed how? Experts say the hike in circle rates could be the big culprit. Really? I'm very skeptical. So let's find out from Amit Oberoi, National Director, Colliers International, and Ankur Dhawan, Chief Business Officer of PropTiger. So I'm going to come to you first, Amit. So they say since 2012, the Delhi government's increased circle rates by 200% in the upmarket areas, which are category A. So let's say whether it's Maharani Bagh or you have the New Friends colonies of the world. And that's perhaps the reason why prices here have cracked. And today there's a situation where circle rates are higher than the actual market prices. Why am I not being able to digest this?
Well, it's pretty simple, and let's not blame just the circle rates. What's been happening is markets have been down. What then has happened is circle rates have not kept in line with markets coming down. Today, category A or the posh areas in South Delhi that we are talking about are roughly 30% down from the peak. What's
just
happened?
30%?
Yeah, that's the minimum. You
Okay,
can add
you
a
can
lot
have
more.
Right, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's down at least about 30%, and what's happened is circle rates have not come down. So if I am a potential buyer of property, I have to pay stamp duty at a much higher rate, and therefore I put pressure on the seller to reduce the price. If I am the seller and there's a double whammy for me, A, I get a lower rate. B, the seller buyer says he's going to charge me for the extra stamp duty that he has to pay. And number 3, the tax guys are after me saying that, look, my capital gains has to happen at the circle rate, which is significantly higher. Which is the reason why you don't see too many transactions happening, which is taking us down to the same spiral, which is reducing property prices still further in these localities, and no transactions at all. No
transactions, complete standstill. Ankur Dhawan, you know, as far as I know, there was a situation in 2011 where if you went with an all-white check to a builder in South Delhi, he was not even willing to accept it. And there were honest tax-paying citizens who actually had to convert their white into black to buy real estate. There was a huge gap, because if they were paying in black, which essentially meant that the white prices, or actually the property at which it was registered, the circle rates were much lower than what the property prices were. I've really not heard of too many transactions happening at more than 50 white and 50 black. So here's what I'm trying to ask you. How has the situation changed? All that's probably gone out or sucked out of the market is that black component, isn't it? Where are property prices actually lower than circle rates?
See, if you look at the category A areas of Delhi, that is where I think the major issue is, where we see that the circle rate is at 7.5 lakh per square meter, whereas the prices which are going out around 5 lakh per square meter. So there is a big difference.
Give us some examples. So these are the New Friends colonies of the world?
Yeah, New Friends colony, Nehru Place, Vasant Vihar. These are the places where you have a very high difference between a circle rate and a actual market price. And prices have come down recently. If you look at last 2-3 years, the prices have recently come down, and the demand has already gone from this market. So see, if the prices which you're talking about, if you buy a whatever land there, the cost will be around somewhere around 8 to 10 CR for a 100 square meter kind of a plot. 8 to 10 CR anyways requires some kind of additional capital, because you will not be having that capital in white. So that was the thought process with which the developers were there. They were showing lower price of the market, the properties, and they were taking money in the black. But now, because the prices have already come down and the circle rates are above, they are not finding the buyer.
So there is no black left now. I mean, I can't even pay in black if I want to, because you have to register everything in white. So Amit, that's a great change for the market. I mean, let's all accept it. Anecdotally, everyone says that, hey, coincide the steep hike in Delhi prices with just one event which happened in the capital, which is Commonwealth Games. I mean, honestly, this could be anecdotal, no one has any evidence, but every junior engineer is supposed to have made a minimum of 5 crores. And that's the reason why this market went on fire. So what is your own assessment in terms of the market rationalization? Is it the right sort of rationalization which was much needed in Delhi?
Look, from a government's perspective, this is revenue. Stamp duty is revenue that the government wants, and the government does not want people to transact in black money. So they want to raise the circle rate, and that's the reason why circle rates are raised. You want it in sync with the market value.
Correct.
That's where the problem is. Who decides what the market value is, and how soon do you change the market value to reflect what the sentiment is?
So you're saying, well, the government has been quick to raise the prices, raise the circle rates to match or swipe out the black money. Now they're not in sync with what the reality is.
Unfortunately, that's how the case is, and it's not an easy question to do the valuation of all these land parcels. I'll give you an example. What's happening in Delhi is divided into 8 categories or 8 zones.
Right.
Each zone is therefore assigned a certain minimum circle rate. Now, 8 zones for a city of Delhi size, you cannot have such uniform characterization of rates for such big land swaths. What is happening is real estate is completely product differentiated, which implies my property can be next to your property and yet have different rates. What the government needs to do is to have independent assessors come in once every 3 months, once every 6 months.
Oh, that's another layer of government corruption, Amit. Come on.
Well, you can have private agencies.
You have to have another solution.
Well,
that is so open to corruption.
well, here's the problem today. Here's the problem today. There needs to be a solution. It's not an easy solution. How do you appraise a value when you do not have any transactions that take place at market value, or rather are not registered at market value? Then how do you decide what the market value is?
Here's my own assessment, and I could be wrong. All of us are so close to this, Delhi market that we all have opinions, whether we are experts or not, and it just anchors. But Ankur Dhawan, if there are no transactions happening, that's a big loss to the state government, isn't it? So maybe it might be a time gap, but they should just recalibrate circle rates, because or maybe have more circles, concentric circles and differentiations of markets, because this fabulous idea of Amit, I don't know how it will work out in real estate.
So if I could just probably interrupt.
Okay.
Let me complete before you start. A, the market needs to be differentiated into number of different regions.
Yes,
First and foremost,
absolutely.
You cannot have 8 regions. Now, how do you assess the value? Obviously, we can't have circles and many more circles to it. There needs to be a rationale to it. So what you need to do is you need to have independent assessors come in every 3 months or every 6 months. Keep changing them every year or so.
Okay, so to prevent, so you're saying why not bring in IPCs to do the consultation?
Could be anyone who's registered, anyone who's qualified. Anyone who's qualified can come in and do it every 6 months or every 3 months, because the idea is right. You want to take out black money from the system, but the major problem,
cost of stopping transactions.
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
And the major problem is, how do you decide what should be the value?
Ankur Dhawan, what's your solution?
In my opinion, it will be in the long term. I think the rationalization of taxes has to be seriously looked at. Till the time we find out the right taxes which makes people not to hide the income, hide the capital gains which they are having, we will always find this problem. So let's say, yes, the right process is right, you get surveyors who go out and find out the price. But there again, there's a possibility, as you mentioned, of corruption, of getting wrong data. So in the long run, I think if we can reduce the taxes and make it in line with
what taxes are we talking about?
We're talking of stamp duty, capital gains, both of them, short-term, long-term capital gains which we are right now paying. These are the reasons why a seller actually tries to hide his income.
Okay.
And once we get the right data of what is the price at which the deal has happened, then I think it's very easy for them to create a micro markets, and as Amit mentioned, to create differentiation in terms of product. Right now, the rates which we're talking of are the land prices. We don't know if this is made by DLF or made by a local developer. So all that makes a difference. If we can get the good data, which is what we are hoping in long run to know about a very differentiated pricing of different buildings, then we'll be able to get to a right circle rates.
Amit Oberoi, Ankur Dhawan, I could talk for another hour on this subject, but unfortunately we will have to wrap out here, because there are very few of my viewers who can actually afford anything in Delhi. But everyone wants to know what's going on in Delhi and Delhi's real estate. Gentlemen, thanks very much for joining me here.